Mm. Alright, hello everybody. Apologies for the hiccups. Still getting used to the way YouTube likes to do things. So bear with me. So tonight I'm just gonna take it easy, just do a nice study. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to study, and decided to search for Regal Woman. I found this awesome picture of. I'm gonna guess she's a model/actress from China named Li Bingbing, and oh man, this photo is awesome. So that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I apologize if any of you can hear my fan. It is very hot here in my apartment. It's not very well ventilated, and unfortunately, I don't have a really good mic setup. So. Like, once again, please bear with me. This is like my third stream, so there's bound to be a couple of I guess you could say growing pains. But that aside, let's get started. Also, this is my first stream with some music playing in the background. I guess basically this is just running off my Spotify. I don't even have a clue if you guys can hear it. But if you can, enjoy it, and hopefully the YouTube overlords will not slam me up the butt with a cease and desist or anything like that. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Alrighty. So let's see. Normally I would have a second monitor with this image. Where I put this image, but since I don't, I've only been in my apartment for about 7 months now. I'm just gonna have to make do and paste it here. So, well, that's okay. You can see our image just fine. At the moment, I'm just gonna block in. Oh boy, that is some light. I'm just gonna block in some color. Now what is that red there? It's a little bit more. There we go. That's about that color, I think. Oh, that's okay. Also, let me change the. There we go. Terrible, but at least it won't lag quite as much. And what's this next color here? It's almost matches her flesh a little bit. I think it's a little less saturated than that. Maybe a little bit more on the red side. Yeah, that looks about right. Let me see if anyone's decided to drop by. Alright. There we go. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. I gotta. Excuse me for just a second. And there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue with our fun little painting here. So let's see. There's some. It's weird. They're almost some purpley. These blues are. Those blacks are almost a little on the purpley side. Like that. And for good measure, we're just going to blur this because we only need this just for our background, which we will add detail to a little bit later because it's not the focus. See what I did there? It's a pun. Alright, so now we got our background mostly black. Matters to me. Alright, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Normally I'll do you know, a silhouette blocking with a hard brush, or I'll do some line work, but I'm gonna try doing this with a very soft brush, and then just you know, hardening it and adding details as I progress. So let's see how that works out. So I think that's a color. It's a very bright red that goes into orange territory. It's really bright. It sucks having a picture there because it's going to block part of my painting, but yeah, we'll work around it. We'll figure it out. And let's see. Let's get her skin tone. Skin's always a little dicey. It's a very pale and a little blown out in certain areas almost. I'm gonna guess it's right there. That looks pretty good. Our main area. So this is gonna be nice because it's gonna prevent me from getting a little bit too caught up in details. Something a lot of artists often struggle with. Like I've been doing this stuff professionally for the better part of 5 years now, and I still struggle with it. And we'll try and do this to get her hair going. Again, we want to actually hold on a second. We can just sample this color code and go a little bit darker because that's about what it is. Sort of blue black here. All right. Hair's not quite there. Just because we don't want to get caught up in details doesn't mean we don't want to get our block in correct. Oh, let's do that with a soft eraser brush too. Let's see if anyone's decided to drop by. Nope. Nobody yet. That's okay though, we just started. Alright, that seems pretty accurate. Let's get in the unlit portions. This kind mind going a little bit on the all the darks are on the purple side. Let me fix this real quick because it actually almost creates a tangent with her hair. She's really she's pulling that collar to her face like that. Let's see, this, that feels right. Now we gotta get her hand in there because her hand is pretty important. So let's go ahead and let's say, move you up here. There we go. Oh man, look at that. Whole space there is just empty. It's very tempting to sample from the photo, but I try not to because I think it's important to train your eye to accurately interpret what you see. Because if you just start, you can sample photos every once in a while just to check, like, oh, are these colors correct? But if you're doing it every single time, you're only shooting yourself. Because if you're ever drawing from life, you can't sample colors from life unless you take a picture and draw from that. And again, you can do that. But I feel like at a certain point you're cheating yourself. Yourself. It sort of becomes a crutch. So it's just generally a really good skill to have. You'll only be better for it. So now that we have some more of our landmarks defined, we can start adjusting our silhouette here. This whole section here with her dress is very, very complicated. Let's suggest her thumb there. And some shadow there. Wonderful. Now let's work on putting some shadows on her face. So let's have us look here. So again, around that direction here. I think that might be, that doesn't, no, that might be, I think it needs a little bit more saturation. Maybe that's alright, I think it's pretty alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Get the shadow of the nose there. That. Get the shadow here. We'll go ahead and start moving our hair down as well. Parts here. right around where the color meets her cheek. Nice and dark. And start defining her eyes a little bit. Eye color is real tricky because you don't want to go pure white most of the time. Again, most of the time. Sometimes, you know, your images has really bright brights and dark darks, and you know, it makes sense. But here, ooh, it's tricky. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully, okay there. This one will be a little bit darker. And that's that same blue-black. So, one thing I've already seen here, is that as I straightened up her face. Her face is actually a little bit more 3/4, so let's fix that up. Oh, God, honestly, let me put steam for a quick minute. Don't want. At least let me. Yeah, there we go. Off I go. Let's see. Yep. Just me still. No problem though. Let's just put a big block of blue in there. Also, oh, excuse me. Oh, jeez. Go ahead and put some shadow here on her hand. And we'll fix the angle of her cheek here. Looking all right there. Oh, so this is actually pretty cool. We can actually see. Actually, have a little bit of subsurface scattering going on here with the cloth. It's very subtle, but it's there. Yeah, I think I can put that in. Like, man, isn't that cool? Like that mark right there just tells us so much about the painting. All right, let me put some whites on her eyes, because my God, she looks a little bit terrifying right now. Yeah, there we go. That looks a lot better. I think her face is still a little bit straightened out, but I think I can probably start moving forward with this. The mouth is tricky. Go ahead and suggest it. adjust that angle there. And this is actually a straight line here, so I need. That's just my brain playing tricks on me. Yeah, let's let's go ahead and move this over here. Nope, that was incorrect. There we go. Fix that up. Yeah, when you're doing studies like this, a lot of it is just purely just trying to. It's more like you're sparring with your brain in a lot of ways, because you know your eyes will tell your brain one thing, and your brain will be like, you know, your eyes will tell you A, and your brain will tell you lowercase a, no, capital A, so lowercase a, no. So it's a lot of back and forth like that. Like playing a game of telephone between your eyes and your brain. Alright, I think we can start moving forward a little bit with the details. So zoom in a bit. Let's see. Let's move this back over here. We're going to focus a little bit on the face. Now let's see, I straightened out the eyes, so we gotta move, the face is more at an angle. This is just a straight line, but this is a very slight, I don't know how many degrees that is. I'm gonna say that can be like a 2-degree angle, 3-degree angle, I don't know. I don't have a protractor. It's not a 0-degree angle, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to start putting on a couple of the highlights here. Might be too bright, but I think that's pretty good right there. Does have some jewelry. That's going to be interesting to block in later. Oh, excuse me. I need to check something real quick. No, can't even read that. Alright guys, sorry about that. Let's see. Oh no, still me. Ah! Kept nobody waiting. Alright, let's move on. So let's get back going on this. So it's coming along, but the angle on her face is still not quite there yet. So let's get around to correcting that, shall we? Let's move that around there. That's pretty good. And I'm just gonna start going to town on her face. I think now what we gotta do is we gotta move this eye up a little bit. Slightly softer brush. And move that right there, yeah. I really want to make sure I get these eyes right, because eyes are very, very important when you're doing the face. I mean, they say they are the windows to the soul. Move her eye back a little bit. You might get that angle that we're looking for. I think it's still too straight, because see that? It's like that. And that is, yeah, too straight. So we're gonna go ahead and just the shape of the eye is okay. But nope, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Just paint it out. Move it down right around here. If I can't get the eye again this attempt, I'm going to move on to other parts, because the last thing I want to do is spend all night just doing one part of the face. Right? That's just going to get us nowhere. I'm going to say that's pretty good. Let's see, I noticed that, well, first off, the nose needs some work. Now this is a cool thing, we got some really cool reflected light from her collar coming up on her nose. That's pretty cool. Find that cast shadow there. Sample some here. A nostril there. Chisel away over here. Cheek. Right off the bat, I think her mouth is a little bit too low. So we gotta keep on readjusting her collar so it's just correct line here. This needs to be a little bit more red, a little bit of rosiness in those cheeks. Maybe not that rosy. too light. If you're hearing a weird squeaking noise right now, that's because it's probably someone's car coming in. Unfortunately, my apartment has the wonderful view of the parking lot. Hey, I'm watching you. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, sometimes the touch controls, while useful, can get a little wonky on this thing. Let's get a little rosy here too. There we go. That looks about right. This should be a little bit softer. Oh, come on now. That's right, I haven't set my shortcuts for this thing yet. And we have a very hard line here. I want to use to get some nice definition there. Soften this area up a little bit. We'll soften this up too right now because we don't need it super sharp, but I don't know that really. I think that's about pretty good. That's a happy medium. Same thing here. So now that we got all this stuff blocked in, we can really start chiseling away the details, sculpting them in. Yeah, this is. I'm loving this balanced light here. This is interesting. And right here is the same red, just about, as this guy over here. But here it's a little bit more rose colored. That's a little bit too bright. We're gonna have to mess around with the values on that guy. Slowly but surely. Not quite there yet, but we'll get there eventually. We gotta fix this thing. It's gonna drive me crazy. It's about the same value of that, a little bit darker. That's too bad. I'm not dark enough. It might be a little bit too bright, so we're gonna darken that a little bit. It's making it look older than she is. Yep. Now we've moved forward on this painting quite a bit. I can tell that colors from the bricks were way off. So we're going to go ahead and fix that a little bit. A little bit more on the orange side of things. A little bit darker, but a little bit brighter rather. And not quite so saturated. There we go, that's about right. Greens were much darker. A little bit more yellow. These blue blacks looked about the same. Just put this window here. It's the wrong color, but I'm just getting in there for the sake of the composition. now I'm making changes on the wrong layer. That's what it's saying. Line reference. Start sharpening up. Let's see if we have any. Fair enough. I don't know, this is kind of cool. We, so from these oranges, we have some really, oh, what the heck is going on? Oh, because I'm racing, right? We have some really nice, vibrant reds here on the shoulder. Back down. Since we're not doing your face right now, I'm going to cover that up. That's hopefully going to make me sort of forget what the face looked like, so that way when I come back to it, I can fix any errors that I most assuredly have. So for now, we're going to sharpen up this cast shadow here. Actually, before we do that, we probably want to define where that fabric is sitting. Let's grab this color right here. First off, this is wrong, because this is not like that. The nail is like that. Oh dear. Get that out of here. I think that. No, there it goes. This one again, and we're going to use this to find where the cloth is going. Oh goodness. Also, looks like we weren't too far off from that blue from our first guess. Let's put this bit of stitching here. Now we can start darkening this area. I'm not going to be too precious with it. Same right here. And right here as well. adjust this fold there. There. We gotta get all the shaded area here. This color. Or maybe not, that doesn't look right at all, but we'll put it in there and we'll fix it a little bit later. Let's say for sure. This one area here is that. All this business. I'm going to be giving myself a bit of an eye break in about 3 minutes. Not so much because my eyes are bothering me, but more so just to sort of cleanse my visual palette a little bit. I may have made her hand too big for her. Shapes in there. Once again, no need to get precious. There's plenty of time for getting precious later, let me tell you. This is, we can put it in, put in our nice hard cast shadow from her from the collar. Fold here. There we go. Oh, that's not quite the right color there. And give that some nice definition. Oh, here, no, we don't want to print anything because we don't have anything to print with. Alright. So we have a bit of a bunch of messy, muddy values here, but for the most part, we mostly got everything that's in there, everything that's going in. So let me just gotta fix the angle here on this guy. Oh. And it is, woof, 32, which means it's palette cleansing time, so be right back. Gotta get my burgers out. Who's watching? Nobody's watching. Huh. Okay, we're back. All right, so I'm probably gonna. I'm getting a little bit drowsy, so I'll probably do maybe like 10 more minutes on her, and then maybe pick it back up tomorrow. So let's see. Let's put some of this the highlights on her hair here. Let's see, let's sample this. So we're going to bring it up to maybe down there. We're not going to go little bit by bit with all of her hair follicles just yet. That comes in the polish stage. We're still very much rough red. Alright, so let's do some more work on the face, because once again, that's like the most important part of the stage. Now, granted, we've neglected the hand throughout this entire session here, so I'm at least going to sharpen up the fingers a little bit. Just, you know, so it's a little bit even. Move all this stuff down here. There we go. Lovely. Put that light in there because the rest of it is going to be in the shadow. So, let's see. So her eyes are almost there. I'm going to fix them. This actually has to be a little bit darker here because it is in the shadow. And the ambient light is hitting that. Get some of that hair clumps in here. And this little shine here from our light source is about the same. Now for the other eye, this a little bit muddy. this area here is actually a little bit darker, so bringing the values, maybe make it a little bit redder. Yeah, this is what we need. Let's see, I think there are a couple of things. One here. The eyes need to touch there. Slightest hint of bounce light here. That already looks a lot better. I think the shadows here, not quite there yet. Red here. Try nice crisp line there. That should about do it. Oh dear. Whoops. Let's control backspace there by mistake. Really cool. We're going to add some red over here. Actually, we need to add some red to these shadows in general, so let's saturate them some more. That's a little bit more accurate to kind of paint here. This is getting a lot more of that. Oh man, that's so cool. This is, I want to say it's a little bit more of this same bright red here. Yeah. This is not that color. So here's one problem. We gotta lower this eyebrow. So it's too high. It's more like down here. Oh yeah, that makes a world of a difference. I think the color on the white on the eye is definitely not correct. It's a bit too bright. So y'all know how I said I try not to color pick. Right now I'm color picking not to paint with, but to at least check my color accuracy. So that's one problem. I skewed too cool with that one. So we're actually going to sample skin. I'm going to take that red so we can preserve. Oh, that's too light though. So we can preserve some of that warmth. I think I may have also made her eyes too big in general. She's sharp. Now let's check over here to see how we did. That is surprisingly dark compared to mine. Not much dark, but it's generally a little bit warmer. So we're going to grab that and skew it over accordingly. There we go. Now for these shadows here. Well, it's pretty close actually. The value is certainly there, and man, that looks almost exactly the same. This, I feel like it didn't go dark enough, so let's see. Oh yeah, it's got more of that purple, so let's go ahead and sample that. We'll put it in there. still think that's not quite dark enough. I think it's still too bright, yeah? Oh yeah, absurdly bright, so we gotta lower that. Oh, now it looks like he's got an eye infection. Alright, you know, let's undo that. And here's what we're gonna do. I think we're in a pretty good spot for the moment, so we're gonna save this. I'll tell you what, I'll save this after the fact so you don't have to see me navigating through Photoshop and whatever's. So anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. It's almost midnight here, so those of you who are here, thanks for watching. Those of you who decide to watch this later, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. So adios.